It is a terrifying statistic, right? But it's one we absolutely have to face right out of the gate. 96%. 96% of startups fail within their first 5 years. Just take a second and really think about that. Almost every new business venture you see popping up around you, literally gone half a decade from now. So why does this happen? Well, it usually comes down to one massive fatal oversight. They completely miss the mark on designing a strong, compelling core offer that customers actually care about.
Welcome to The Explainer. So, building upon our previous discussion on customer segments, today we are focusing on the exact opposite side of that strategic coin. If your customer segments are the heart of your business model, then your value proposition is the core value offer that keeps it beating. I am incredibly pumped about today's topic because getting this right is for sure the very thing that keeps a business alive. Okay, let's jump right in.
Here is our macro to micro journey for today. We'll start with the core value offer and the value proposition canvas. Then, we'll move into observing your customer profile and mapping your value. And finally, we'll look at how to achieve the perfect fit and build a truly great proposition.
Section 1. The core value offer, the heartbeat of your business.
This right here is the absolute foundation. When you look at the broader context of a business model, the value proposition is the primary reason why a customer turns to one company over another. It's the deciding factor in any competitive market. So by definition, a value proposition is the bundle of products and services that create value for a specific customer segment. The crucial point to remember is that its core purpose is to solve a customer problem or satisfy an explicit customer need. It isn't just a laundry list of features, it's a careful aggregation of benefits that an organization offers its buyers.
Imagine your value proposition as a neatly wrapped bundle of benefits bridging the gap directly to your customer. And these values, well, they can take a bunch of different forms. They can be quantitative, like a lower price, a massive cost reduction, or lightning-fast speed of service. Or they can be qualitative, focusing on superior design, premium brand status, or just an incredible overall customer experience. Sometimes, a value proposition satisfies an entirely new set of needs that customers didn't even perceive before simply because there was no similar offering in the market. We refer to that specific type of value as newness.
Section 2. The value proposition canvas, or what we call the zoom in.
So just knowing what a value proposition isn't enough. We have to know how to actually design it. And for that, we need a specialized framework. We literally have to zoom in. There's a very distinct difference between our macro and micro tools here. The broader business model canvas, that helps you create value for your business. It looks at the whole machine. But the value proposition canvas, that helps you create value for your customer. Think of the value proposition canvas as a highly specialized plugin, or like a zoom lens that lets you observe and design the actual value exchange in minute detail.
Picture the canvas in action. It is a dynamic, living, breathing tool. It's usually covered in sticky notes and undergoing constant revisions. The whole thing is split into two critical interacting sides. The right side, which is all about observing the customer, and the left side, which is all about exactly how you are creating value for them. Section 3. Observing the customer profile. Understanding the target. To properly map the customer profile, you have to completely stop thinking about your own brilliant product for a minute and strictly consider the target market. I want to challenge you as we go through this to think directly about your own customers. The customer profile breaks your target audience down into 3 structured components. First up, customer jobs. These are the functional, social, or emotional tasks they're actively trying to get done in their work or lives. Second, customer pains. These are the annoying obstacles, the risks, and the bad outcomes they fear or experience while trying to get those jobs done. And third, customer gains. These are the positive outcomes, the concrete benefits, and the results they require, expect, or honestly just dream of achieving.
Look at the intense focus required to map this out. You have to build a highly realistic profile. Think about the tension your customers face every day. Annoying obstacles, bad outcomes, the sheer frustration of a job poorly done. These are the things that actually drive customer behavior. It is absolutely crucial to map these pains honestly. If you aren't honest about how hard or frustrating something is for your customer, you won't be able to design a compelling solution.
Section 4. Mapping your value. Designing the antidote. Okay, so once you truly understand their pain, you can design the release. The value map is the left side of the canvas, where you design the ultimate antidote to your customer's problems, explicitly detailing the features of your offering. The value map has 3 distinct parts. Number 1. Products and services. This is simply the list of items your value proposition builds around. Metaphorically, it's exactly what's sitting in your shop window. Number 2, pain relievers.
This is where you explicitly describe exactly how your products alleviate, reduce, or completely eliminate those specific customer pains we just talked about. And number 3, gain creators. This is the description of how your products maximize or facilitate the positive outcomes your customers deeply want.
This brings us to a really vital point, summarized perfectly by a quote from our source text. Great value propositions often focus only on few pains that they alleviate extremely well. This is a direct challenge to you. Please do not try to solve everything. You simply cannot address every single pain and gain. Long-term success comes from selecting a few key pain relievers and gain creators and executing them flawlessly.
Section 5. Achieving the perfect fit when map meets profile.
This right here is the climax of the whole process. It's the magic moment when your value map directly matches your customer profile. When your offering addresses their most important jobs, extreme pains, and essential gains, you have achieved fit. But let's look at how this builds, because fit doesn't just happen all at once. It happens in 3 chronological stages. Stage 1 is on paper, which is also known as problem-solution fit. Stage 2 is in the market, which is product-market fit. And Stage 3 is in the bank, which is business model fit. Let's slow down for a second and ensure we really grasp this journey.
So on paper means you have gathered solid evidence that customers actually care about the jobs, pains, and gains you're targeting, and your conceptual design addresses them. In the market means you've validated that customers will actually purchase your value proposition in the real world. You are gaining real traction. But listen, the ultimate validation only comes in the bank. You do not have true business model fit until you prove you have a scalable and profitable model, meaning your revenues are definitely exceeding the costs of building, marketing, and delivering the value.
Section 6. Building a great proposition. The characteristics of success.
So what really separates the businesses that survive those first 5 years from the 96% that fail? It comes down to a specific set of traits that elevate a value proposition from mediocre to truly great. A great value proposition focuses heavily on the unsatisfied jobs and unresolved pains that matter most to customers. It doesn't just look at functional tasks, it addresses emotional and social jobs too. As we noted earlier, it executes a few select relievers and creators exceptionally well. Furthermore, it aligns perfectly with how the customers themselves measure success. It differentiates clearly from the competition on the dimensions that buyers deeply care about. And finally, a truly great proposition is incredibly difficult for your competitors to copy.
And that leads us to our final, vital lesson today. A value proposition does not exist in a vacuum. Even the most perfectly designed value proposition must be embedded within a robust, highly functioning overall business model to survive in the real world. You need the right channels, the right cost structures, and the right revenue streams supporting the whole shebang.
I want to leave you with a provocative question so you can audit your own ideas. Look at your current business or your next big startup idea and ask yourself honestly, are you building what you want to sell, or are you building what they actually want to buy? Understanding the value proposition canvas ensures you are always doing the latter. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this gives you the tools you need to build offers that truly sell. Catch you next time.